Okay guys, I am back again with another new inventory showcase for all of you out there. Hope everybody's doing well, and I'm excited for what I have to showcase today. Lots of value in this car today. After I have a little process that I like to do prior to doing these videos in a checkover form, and it really gives me a good sense of what the vehicle is inside out, drivability, etc. This car's got a lot of value to it, and I'm really excited to showcase it off. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for certain cars in this price range, and I'm excited to show you guys what I got. So here it is. And this is a 2013 200 series LX570. This car has 190,370-ish miles on it. This is a one-owner example. I bought this out of Southern California. Obviously, it's been there since new, and phenomenal service history. All of the service history, everything that's important on these 200s that needs to be done has been done, and it's all documented on Carfax. Most recently, within the past, and when I say most recently, I say within the last 20,000 miles, brakes have been replaced. Transmission service has been done, fuel injection service has been done, spark plugs have been done, oil change have been done, differential transfer cases have been done. So a lot of good recent service history to go along with this car. Now this does not show like a 190,000 mile car, and I'm excited to get it outside to showcase you guys, or show you guys, I should say, the body of this car. It's not gonna having it inside is not gonna do it justice like outside, and just a really well cared for car. These cars, especially trying to find these cars that are one owners or just low ownership in general, that are from a non-rusty part of the country, that have the service history this car has, can be very challenging at this point in time. This car's, going on 13 years old, so there's not an abundance of them, out there. Sure, there are many examples on the market. They're not going to look like this, and they're not going to have all of the intangibles, kind of as far as, history, overall condition, service history, no rust, things like that. So yeah, excited to get this one going and show you guys around the vehicle. So let me show you what it comes with it first. We'll hit the monitors and then we'll get it outside. All right, so here we go. This is what comes with the vehicle. You do have a full toolkit. The only thing missing is going to be right here, and that's a screwdriver. But everything else that you need to lower the spare down, obviously, is here, and you're not going to have any issues with that if you ever have to do that. And the jack, as you can see, is where it's supposed to be, sitting back in there. First aid kit. It was kind of cramped in that little pocket that I just showed you, but it's never been opened. You can still see the plastic zip tie around the hook, so never been opened. We do have one key fob, I should say. Do have an owner's manual. There's not a leather case that comes with it, just the manual. We do have the pricey DVD remote, which is very important, I know, for a lot of you, me included. And we do have 2 headsets that will come with the vehicle. So that's what you're going to get with the car if you end up buying it. Let me showcase the monitors and we will get the rest of the video going. All right, so we can see we got our scanner plugged up. I'm gonna start the car. And here we are. So 193.94 is where we're at on the miles. Oh. And we don't have any lights on. We don't have any check engine, ABS, no weird lights on. Just your seatbelt light, your door open light, park assist front and rear, and your headlight light is on, obviously. All right, so coming down here to the monitors. there we go. We got all of our monitors up here. We got 9 of them. All 9 monitors are green, active, and ready to be tested. So this vehicle will pass emissions in all 50 states. It is showing a stored code, which could be from 5 years ago. Sometimes stored codes are, you can't ever get them out of the system. And even Lexus and Toyota, I've dealt with this in the past. So, you know, but most importantly, what you want to focus on are these monitors. If these monitors, if this was a problem, some of these monitors would be red and they would not be ready to be tested. So this car will pass emissions in all 50 states, and there are no issues to worry about there as far as that goes. So let's pop the hood, take a look under there. And you're not going to have a lot to see, but other than plastic. But everything looks great under here. Nice and quiet. No crazy loud noises, anything like that. Since we are out here, I'm going to go ahead and roll the window down and activate the suspension for you guys. All right, so as you can see, we are in the neutral height position for the active height control. Just going to come over here to the switch. We will start in the high position. So we'll just punch that up there, and you can see that now it's saying high, or it's flashing high. Once it gets into the high position, it will say high and it will stop flashing. There we go. That was nice and quick, which is always a good indicator for a healthy active height control system. And there's a great vantage point of what they look like in the high position. And while we're in this position, I'm going to show you guys the undercarriage. And we will start on the CV axle and the steering rack, and everything looks really nice there. No cracking, no grease going anywhere. Skid plate looks really nice and clean. Factory stamp is still there. Same thing on this passenger side. CV axle looks great. Steering rack looks great. No rust. That is what a Southern California frame looks like. And that is what you want. Spare looks like it's been, or I should say it's never been down. Everything looks really nice under there, as it should. Let's try this again. Fantastic condition under here. All right. Coming up here to our lights. All of our lights do work. Our LED running lights, HID low beams, and halogen fog lights. We didn't get the LED fog lights until 2014 on any of the 200s. Tail lights, 2 working tag lights. Let's lower it down to the low setting for the active height control. And same thing, we're just going to bump this twice. 1, 2. And it's going to fall into low. Same thing, it will say low once it's in the low position, and there we go. And there you go. Sitting on the ground. Horn works. So yeah, so that is that. So we went over the active height control, we took a look at the undercarriage monitors, and we are going to now pull it outside and get the rest of the video going. All right, so let's get going here. It is cold, so I'm going to start to move a little bit quicker today, or right now I should say. So obviously popping up on the roof, everything looks great. Crossbars are intact. There is a little bit of scuffing going on here on this this left rail, but no damage on the roof, no dents, nothing going on up here. No fading, no clear coat peeling, no none of that. Everything looks great. Coming up this rail, I just want to hit this rail while we're up here. And we're looking for dents, damage, anything like that. Everything looks great up here. No issues. And we're going to work our way back to the front. All right, so this bumper did just get painted, so there's nothing to talk about here other than fresh paint. Look how nice, look at the reflection as we see. Everything looks really good. Turned out really nice. Headlights are in great shape. No cracking, no scuffing, no fading, nothing going on, which obviously can be common on these, as we all know. Get that scuff off there. Coming up to this grill, the top of the grill is faded a little bit, as we see here, which is very normal on any 200s. And it tends to just happen to the very tops of these, but the rest of the grill is in great shape. Very minor, even when you take a step back, it's not terrible. Passenger side headlight, just like the driver's side, no damage, no fading, no cracking, no nothing going on here. Everything looks great. Take a look at our hood. The hood's in great shape. There is some very, very minor touch-up along the front of this hood, as to be expected on a going on 13-year-old vehicle with over 190,000 miles, but the touch-up is very light. There's not any big spots or anything like that, as you see, but it is scattered throughout the hood. Light little scratch right here, couple right here. But again, when you take a step back and take a look at it, it is very, very minor, and these details are hard to see. Look down the side of this car, look how nice it looks. This car does not show the miles. It was very well cared for, and it's going to be fairly obvious as we work through. Light touch up here. light touch up right here. These are tiny, tiny little spots. Driver's wheel is in great shape. We don't have any curbing or anything like that going on. Everything looks really nice. No wheel locks. It does have a set of tall Yokohama Geolandar HTs on it, which are actually very good tires. I don't know if they're Michelin level, but they do ride great, and I just don't know much about them long term. Step bar, everything on the lower rocker below our chrome moldings all look really nice. Looking up at the car, look how nice the side of this car looks. Driver's mirror is in great shape. A few little spots right here to point out, but nothing crazy. And we'll work our way back this way one time. A lot of value on this car where it's going to be priced, and just the overall condition. It's in great shape. There is a fine scratch, as you can see right here. This has been touched up. Take a step back. Couple little spots right here. Again, these are going to be very, very minor. I'm trying to get a good view for you guys. Long scratch right here, kind of like the one on the front door. Very, very minor. And nice thing about black is it touches up really well. So these aren't, you're not going to notice these very much. And one little spot here on this quarter panel. Outside of that, that's really all I would point out here on this driver's side of the car. Checking out this rear wheel, everything looks really nice. Same set of Yokohamas on the back, and nice and tall. Plenty of tread left here. You do have some light staining going on here on the wheels, as you see, which is very common on these wheels. They do have a special effects color, so the wheels are painted black, and then they come over top with the special effects color. And from time to time, people will put things on the wheels that you'll cause that look right there. But there's none on the face of the wheel, and again, it's very, very minor. This rear bumper right here has a few little touch-up spots along this edge. Very, very small, as you can see. Most importantly, bumper is in great shape. Our chrome molding is in great shape. It's not bent or sticking up or damaged or anything like that. Bumper over here looks great. Our lower gate, I should say, is in excellent condition. There's no touch up or anything going on up here. Again, overall, this car is in great shape, all things considered. There is a spot right here that you can see that was touched up previously. I'll take a step back for you guys to see. Very, very minor. There is a small dent that remains. I'm trying to get that. There you go. It's very, very small. And that's because the dent is so close to this edge. There's no way to pop that dent out without body working it, and we didn't want to body work it for that tiny, tiny little thing. As you take a step back, that is the worst imperfection on this car, is that. spoiler and back part of the roof all looks really nice. All of our jam looks great throughout here. Storage, and there's your pucks for the cargo mat right there. And then we all know that the toolkit's over here. I'm not going to take that out. We've already done that, and I have pictures on the listing for you guys. Carpet underneath the cargo mat is in excellent condition. Try to get this back in here. You do see some minor denting going on the back of these foam panels that are on the back of these seats, which is normal to see on the 13 to 15s. Bottom of the passenger third row seat looks great. It's not all gouged up or scratched up, anything like that. Same thing with the driver's side, and the cargo area itself looks really nice. Headliner's all in great shape. As we know what's in here, we've already been in there. So let's move these seats down. Third row headrest, if I can get it out, or I'm sorry, the middle headrest that goes right there is here. And there is the back of the third row seats. They're in great shape. Typical seatbelt indentations. That is very normal on these cars when these seats are stored in the upright position. Other than that, though, as most of these third row seats do, they look new. And we will power close the upper gate. All right, let me spin it around and we'll start the other side. All right, let's show this side off now. So again, guys, this car is in overall excellent condition. It does not show the miles. It was very well cared for. I know we've talked about it being a one owner from California, and it shows. It's a really nice car. And somebody's gonna get a very nice black on black 570. All right, so coming down this rail, everything looks great up here. We don't have any dents. Let me back it around this way. Be able to see it better. There you go. There's a great shot of it. And all you're seeing there is wax remnants. So let me get that off. So we'll start here with this mirror, just like the other side. Very, very minor little touch-up spots, nothing crazy. Camera underneath is not cracked and does work, and we'll get to that. Glass looks great. So there is one little touch-up spot here. A couple right here leading into the dog leg. A few little spots here. These are all, again, very, very minor. A couple little spots down here, as you can see right there. Step bar, all of our lower rocker, everything below the chrome molding, all looks really, really nice. A few little touch-up spots up here on the front. These are tiny, tiny little spots, little guys. But just look how nice the side of this car looks. This is not a car that is going to get, if it goes out of state, we're not going to transport it on an open trailer. It's going to get enclosed. That's really all I'd talk about on the body on the side of this car. This rear wheel is in great shape. No damage, no curbing, nothing going on. Do have the little minor staining you can see in between the spokes, but you know, nothing crazy, very, very minor. Same set of Yokohamas, same tread depth. Should have plenty of life left here. Coming to this front wheel, same story. No damage, no curbing, nothing going on. Very, very light staining. This wheel actually looks to be in much better condition. And tires are nice and tall. So again, guys, overwhelmingly, all things considered, price point, mileage, the body on this car is in great shape. I'll be excited to hear from who does buy it, what they think. All right, so let's get this interior done. Do have a little nick right here on these edges, or on this edge, I should say. Take a step back for you. Pretty minor. Bottom of the door panel looks great. All of our pull, our leather, all of this looks excellent. Look how nice all of that looks. All of our wood grain up here, there's no peeling, no lifting, nothing like that going on, which you will see from time to time. Window down. Window up. Jam is in excellent condition. A few little minor little scuffs on the front of the glove box, nothing crazy. All of our wood and the trim that can kind of fade over time, everything looks great up here. Phone numbers from the previous owner on a white piece of paper. There you go. That might tell you, give you some insight on who owned this car. Let me pull this mat back. Carpet underneath looks excellent. A little bit of wear right here on this edge, which is not uncommon to see. But nothing unreasonable. All of this leather is original. Look how nice everything looks. Side of the console is in great shape. Very little wear, just a little bit of wear here on these edges. Kind of in the middle right here of this indentation. Nothing crazy though. Everything coming up here all looks really nice. And seat does go forward, it does come back. And it does recline, and it does come back up. come to this rear door panel. We don't have any damage or nicks or anything going on over here. Everything looks great. Stickers are all still intact and not peeling. Look how nice all of our armrests back here looks. Everything looks great. The wood's all in great shape. How nice our jamb looks right here coming down. No seatbelt marks, no nothing. It looks really, really nice. Kick plate, all of our plastic right there looks great. This seat does slide forward and it does slide back. Carpet underneath the mat is in excellent condition. Back of the passenger seat looks great, no damage, nothing going on. These seats back here show very little wear. And we'll fold this seat up real quick, show you what the carpet looks like underneath. Looks great. Bottom of the seat, everything's intact and looks good. Try to get this armrest down. Cup holder's intact, does work. There's our remote for the DVD. All right. All of our registers are working and doing what they should do. All of our different modes work. All of our buttons intact down there. So good to go. Nothing to talk about with any of that. Do have a little drip mark from detail. I'm going to try to get that off real quick. There we go. Much better. No damage, no nothing going on the door edge. Light scuffing on that speaker cover down there. Nothing crazy though. All of our leather up here, as usual, looks great. And more of the same as far as the door panel goes. All the wood's in great shape. Jam all looks really nice. There is one spot that was touched up right here. There's no dents or anything involved with that, and the rest of the jam looks great. Seat does slide forward, and it does come back. Again, all this is original leather, and as you can see, very, very lightly used. Overall, great shape. Carpet underneath the left side of the rear seat looks great, and bottom of the seat, all of our plugs are intact, so we are good to go there. Got some minor scuffing going on here on the bottom of that door panel. All of our armrest leather, no gouging, everything looks fantastic up here. All of our wood looks great. No peeling or anything going on up here. One little minor little crack right there, a scratch I should say. Tiny little guy. All of our kick plates in the jamb looks excellent. You can see my feet all over this mat, but other than that, everything underneath looks fantastic, and we don't have any wear or anything going on here. Everything looks really nice. Seat does slide forward, does come back, and does recline, and does come back up. See the side of the console all looks really nice. Another shot of the armrest itself, and these do slide forward as they're supposed to. Do have 2 headsets that will come with the vehicle, as we know. Cool box does turn on, and it is nice and cold. All right, let me get in here real quick. Storage. And everything looks great under there. Kick plate. Naturally, the slowest cup holder doors that you could ever use. Yay. Divider intact, everything looks good there. No scratching, no scuffing going on. Everything looks excellent up here. Look how nice all of this silver trim. Some of that stuff can get stained. People spill stuff or put things on it that cause spots. None of that going on here. Center stack looks really nice. Everything looks really clean and nice all in here in our center stack. So here we are on our main command. We do have the radio on, so I'm not going to turn it up for very long, but you guys will be able to hear that it does work. I don't want to get copyrighted.
It's cold this time of year.
Okay, there you go. You clearly heard that. Everything works as it should here on the vehicle. Go ahead and turn the rear off. There's your satellite radio. It is not working because somebody canceled their subscription, so you will have to do that.
They're wasting Bajan Robinson.
Oop, I did that, sorry. Backup camera. And here's our front view camera and side view. Well, let me do this real quick. Here is your map. Info, destination, setup, all the good jazz. Everything works as it should. No issues there. All right, so our sunroof is tilted up. I'm gonna tilt it down, and we'll one touch it open. Everything looks good there. I'm going to go ahead and open this rear door from the front. And we will close it. Got your rear side curtain airbags, center diff lock, your power door, and easy exit. Let's take a look at this steering wheel. It looks really nice. No peeling, no scuffing, no nothing going on here. Can toggle through our displays. Mode. Our blinkers do work, as we know. Hazards. Wipers. Steering wheel does tilt up, does tilt down, and does come out to me, and does go back in. The mirrors, as you can see, they are both out. Folded in. And we'll fold them back out. And we'll move this right mirror down, in, up, and then back out. Driver's side, out, down, up, and back in. All right, so I think that hits everything. I'm gonna go grab the key and we'll take it for a quick spin. All right, well, we are ready to go. 190, 392 mileage. And let's see what we got. So for those of you who don't know, maybe you just started watching these videos, I like to do these quick drives just to showcase that there's not any drivetrain noise, no wheel bearing noise, no transfer case noise. Everything sounds and drives like it should on this .2 200. All right, we're gonna get into it a little bit here. Quiet as a mouse. No wheel bearing, no transfer case, no odd noises at all. The steering wheel is nice and smooth, no shaking. Look, Ma, no hands. Again, these tires actually, I think partially because they're new, they drive really well. I'm going to get on the brakes here. We're going to watch for shake in the steering wheel. Zero shake. Brakes feel fantastic. I know all of you already know, but the service history on this car is excellent, and all of the recommended services, brakes, things like that were kept up with on this car. Car drives great. And again, we will get on the brakes here in just a second. Zero shake. Everything feels the way that it's supposed to. This is a really nice car. Does not show or feel like a 190,000 mile car, which these cars don't age regardless of mileage. You know, they don't age where they get to a point where they feel like they have miles, but yeah, not sure where I was going with that. All right, so 193.94 is now the miles. We're gonna do two things here real quick and we'll be done. So we're gonna check for factory remote start and working door lock actuators. On any Toyota product that you can walk up and pull the handle, the only way to determine if there's any lock actuators that have failed is at when you lock it, do you or do you not get the beep feedback? If you get the beep feedback when it locks, then you know you don't have any actuator issues. If you lock it and you see flashing lights but you don't hear a beep, then you know you've got an actuator or multiple that have failed. So we're going to listen for the beep first. There we go. So we know we don't have any failed actuators anywhere, which is always good. Now to check the factory remote start, we're going to hit lock 3 times and we're going to hold it on the 3rd time. Had it had factory remote start, we would have got an additional beep and the car would have started, but this car does not have factory remote start. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you enjoyed this car. This is a super nice, really clean, lots of value car, one owner car, Southern California. Just overall a really nice car. If you want, or if you have any questions, I'm sorry, you can reach out, chris@hilsonluxury.com, or you can call me at 678-454-6060, and we'll see you on the next one.